Hey guys, and welcome to Early Bird Farms SC. Today we're going to talk about 5 reasons why you should cut down those Bradford pear trees. Let's get into it. Alright, let's talk about the Bradford pear tree. The Bradford pear tree is a Chinese cultivar of a pear tree. This pear tree come over to the US or was developed sometime in the 60s. Hundreds of thousands of probably even millions of people planted these all over their yards. Businesses planted them all through the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and still up to today. They're beautiful trees when they bloom. They're one of the first trees to bloom, along with wild trees, red buds. But your pear trees are one of the first ones to bloom, and wild plums. So, why are they so bad? They're highly invasive. The Bradford pear tree itself is a sterile tree. It doesn't produce between two trees, between a Bradford pear tree and another Bradford pear tree. It does not produce a viable seed. But what happens is they cross-pollinate with other pear trees and they create a hybrid cultivar called a Callery pear. Now this is what the Bradford pear was actually bred from, and the Callery pear is invasive. In the early spring, if you're riding down the road, you can see trees popping up everywhere. If you look through the woods, anywhere that you see Bradford pear trees planted, if you look on the other side of the road, if there is woods or anything, if you look along the roadside or in the woods, you will see white blooms everywhere. Now some of these are wild plums, but the majority of these are Bradford pear or Callery pears that have hybridized and are sprouting everywhere. So this leads us into our second point. Because they cross-pollinate with other pear trees, they produce this Callery pear tree, which has thorns on it. And these thorns can be up to 3 inches long, and these thorns can get into tires on tractors. Like if you're trying to bush hog your field, they can get into animals' feet. They're just a nuisance. It's hard to get rid of them because of these thorns. They have weak branch and trunk structure. They grow in a very tight V like this. The wood is very weak. If you have an ice storm or a windstorm, it will blow and break them down. They do grow very fast, and typically trees that grow very fast like this typically have weak trunk and weak limb structure. So, if you want to be cleaning up limbs out of your yard all the time, or have a beautiful shaped tree, and then all of a sudden, bam, the main trunk splits and half of your tree is laying on the ground, plant you some Bradford pear trees. They have no value other than aesthetic. There is birds that do eat some of these seeds. Of course, that is how the seeds get spread. But there is no insects that live off of this tree, no caterpillars. This is pretty much what they call like a food desert tree. The wood is not valuable. It provides no timber value at all. The tree, it just provides no wildlife value. I'm sure there are birds that nest in it. Like I said, they do eat some of the seeds. But other animals, squirrels, deer, rabbits, all of that, they don't feed off of this tree. It provides no wildlife value, and like I was mentioning, the insects don't feed on this tree, so it provides no value for birds or anything to feed off of this tree. And the last reason, and this is a superficial reason, but to me this is a big reason why you should cut down those Bradford pear trees. Because they stink to high heavens. They smell like dead fish crossed with, we won't go there. They stink, and they're terrible on people's allergies. So those are 5 reasons why I believe you should cut down your Bradford pear trees. Also, there are states that are coming up with bounty programs. South Carolina is one of them. The Clemson Extension has created a bounty program where if you cut down your tree you apply for this bounty program, they will send you a tree to plant in its place. There are plenty of other trees that you can plant. Pear tree that produces fruit. Dogwoods have beautiful blooms in the spring. Of course, they bloom just a little bit later. Redbuds have beautiful pinkish, purplish looking blooms that bloom early in the spring. Plum trees, your cherry trees bloom this time of the year. So there's plenty of other trees that provide value that you can plant that are good trees that don't spread. It's not bad on the habitat. That's the main reason why I made this video, because these trees are terrible for our habitat. Thank you for watching today's video. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button right here. We would love to have you stick around. Give us a thumbs up. That helps the algorithm get our videos out to other people and more people can watch. We love sharing content with you. We love sharing things that we learn along the way and things that that we learned from growing up in our past. Check out one of these 2 videos down below. I feel like there will be one that you would like as well. We'll see you next time on Early Bird Farms SC, where the SC stands for South Carolina.